Plus.
Welcome to Cellmates 30 Days of Plus. A month-long, daily, unpaid exploration of a bunch of stuff on Disney Plus.
That's correct, Dick Ward.
We did an episode a little bit ago recommended by our good friend Josh.
That's correct, Dick Ward.
Who's the one name I've said right on this podcast. Or the one name I've pronounced right is Josh Zyber. I've pronounced every other name wrong, but I got this one.
We think so, Dick Ward.
Well, anyway, Josh said that he highly recommends that we watch Marvel Superhero Adventures and that it's his favorite show. So we did. Is that
Josh
correct?
said his children recommended this show. So this is day 26.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We got, so what this looked like was something that I liked to call Marvel babies. You know, like Marvel babies.
Muppet
make
Babies.
our dreams come
Muppet
true.
Babies, but with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. They're like short and stocky and they look whittle. But Dick, what is this? Well, I guess what are your connections to Marvel superheroes?
I don't know.
We haven't talked about them yet on this
I don't even know.
month-long
It's
daily
look,
exploration.
it's complicated. I liked Marvel a lot, and now I just don't care about it.
They did a lot of market saturation.
Situation. Should we
Over the last 10 years.
Should we do this entire episode like that?
Aw, Marvel babies.
No, like I really liked. I had like Marvel trading cards. I watched the X-Men cartoons. I had a bunch of comic books. Like I was a superhero kid. And then I was really excited when like Iron Man and X-Men 2 came out. And the last Marvel movie I saw might have been Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah, you did see that.
It was like a work outing. And I saw not Endgame, but whatever was before that.
Infinity War.
It's so much.
It's a lot.
And
yeah.
like, look, I know, I understand, but these movies are all the same.
Well, so that's an interesting thing to say, because these Marvel superhero adventures, which is what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
There are these 4-minute shorts. We've done things like this before on this 30 Days of Plus run. Mater,
we have enjoyed some shorts.
The Mater guys. The one Tangled short we saw was like fine. The Lego Frozen ones were not fine, but we've seen other shorts that are fine.
Muppet Moments.
Yeah, those are good.
No.
These were just like kind of all the same, and also like all the characters are the same.
I really
like we saw in what did we see 3 or 4 episodes? We saw Spider-Man.
Okay, hold on.
Iron Man.
Real
Thor.
quick. Real quick. Wait.
They're all the same.
We're about to talk some trash about this show. And I want to make it clear, this is not aimed at
it is not.
us. This is a Disney Junior show.
And it's not nearly egregious as Lego Frozen, which is like actively bad. This is fine. This is not for me. I understand. But like we ask each other a lot on this show, who is this for? Mm-hmm. And we can't really figure this one out.
Because
I'm glad that 5-year-olds like it, because it wouldn't seem like they would.
To me, it feels too verbose for kids. Like there's a lot of talking.
They're constantly talking.
They're just yammering on.
What they're kind of doing is fitting like a full episode of like Daniel Striped Tiger into this 4 minutes, and also there's an action sequence.
Does Daniel Striped Tiger turn into a dinosaur?
No, but like Daniel Tiger, the show, it's like one really simple like toddler message, and then they just repeat it over and over again. it's kind of like that kind of
they
message.
They repeat it over and over again?
But, yeah, because it's a kid's show.
They just, like, repeat it over and over again.
The message.
You'd say they repeat it over and over again?
I have difficulty listening. So it feels like those kind of messages. The first one was like, well, when your superpowers don't work, you can use your brain and build something.
That's true.
And then the second one was just like, let's use our superpowers to defeat Loki.
Yeah,
So that didn't fit. But the other ones we watched were like, when I make a mistake, I can try again.
And in
or
fairness,
like
we did
perseverance.
we watched 4 out of 10, which is still a passing grade.
What?
I went to a very
I don't know how your
I went to a
schools
very
work.
lenient school. We watched 4 out of 10. We watched the first 3. The third one had a cat and some Amazon delivery drones.
That was cute. The cat.
But there was like a promise and then no payoff.
Yeah.
Because like they launched the drones and it was like, oh, they're gonna have to run through the city chasing down all these drones, but they didn't really have to.
Only one of them.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to the other drones. Maybe they show up in other episodes.
Kate, what's your
This
experience?
is not a serial. This is an episodic.
What's your
thing,
experience with Lizzo?
What?
The
Do you mean
dinosaur boy.
Reptile?
I do mean
You
Reptile.
don't. I don't think you mean Lizzo. I would have rather have been watching 4-minute shorts of Lizzo playing her flute and saying, "Bitch," because that's fun.
What's your experience with Reptile?
I've never heard of Reptile. He's kind of like the Hulk, except he just turns into a goopy-looking dinosaur when he
turns into
wants to.
He turns into a dinosaur that looks like it should be on the side of a juice box.
Yeah, he's like a brontosaurus, but like in human clothes.
I would 100%
like he's still got his shirt and pants on.
I would buy mac and cheese from that dinosaur.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as good as the regular mac and cheese. But it would be fine. It'd definitely be cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy cereal in a bag with that dinosaur on it. You know, like fruity O's or like chocolate chip cookie.
And then I would side eye you
breakfasts.
for eating that cereal.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like the name brand.
Oh no.
It'd just be like the crappy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reptile I've never heard of. I am 85% sure they made him up for these shorts. But so here's the thing. They're like, in general, it's just like these little messages about kind of like growth mindset, if you're talking about it from an education standpoint. Except for the Thor one, that was just, we're going to shoot things at Loki. I didn't really understand that one.
Can you tell me more about the last one we watched?
Well,
do you feel the message
this is Spider-Man has difficulty listening. Here's the thing. I get these in general, except for like they put so little, I feel like money, effort, time into these that like Spider-Man in this last episode with Reptile says like, I learned 3 things from my friend Reptile. It's tell yourself you can do it, stay positive, and do your best. But then, like, in the middle of so all of these are framed by, like, adult Spider-Man.
Adult Spider-Man is telling a story. Like, he's like, hey.
Except for.
Kids, I learned perseverance from my friend Red Skull.
But I don't think then those quote-unquote flashbacks are when he's a kid. He just looks different.
That's just what his memory
sounds
looks
different. Like. And, like, Loki is an adult. Thor is an adult.
Yeah.
But they're, like, short, stocky with it. That's not important. So, anyway, during this Reptile flashback, they get caught under the bricks because the Egyptian exhibit at the museum is crumbled on them. And Reptile says, we got to do 3 things. We have to keep trying, stay positive, and do our best. And that's the only time he says 3 things. And then Spider-Man comes back at the end and he says, remember, you can do it, stay positive, and do your best. I'm like, wait, that's wrong.
Yeah, so
you learned the wrong 3 lessons.
Spider-Man learned 2/3 of the lessons.
You're 2 for 3.
Which is definitely a passing grade.
That is a passing grade.
All right.
But yeah, like Spider-Man is an unreliable narrator. I don't want to trust him for any of the rest of the series.
Spider-Man's like, hey, you don't have to keep trying. You just got to believe that you can try.
Like, I can do it and stay positive. That's the same thing.
Well,
those are not two separate items. But keep trying makes sense. And anyway, Spider-Man gets it wrong. Reptile knows what he's talking about, but he also might be made up. So
let me ask you this, because you're the expert. This takes place in New York City,
maybe,
like all Marvel things do. What above ground train are they taking?
So it
looks like it's by the Natural History Museum.
No, by the Met. The Met has the Egyptian.
Is there an above ground train by the Met?
So there is not, unless you go up several blocks and you're on the Metro North. That goes above ground on the east side, but like in the hundreds.
That's really
not in the 80s. So no, this is a Gotham in this situation. It's like kind of New York, kind of not.
Which
kind of New York, kind of Chicago.
Should we be teaching kids about like mysterious trains that don't exist? I think this is the wrong lesson.
Well, Dick, I think you can do it, or you should keep trying.
Well, I
but
can
not both.
Kate, this two things I found while doing a little bit of research on this. One, this continues a proud tradition of Canadians doing Marvel stuff. The X-Men cartoon that we grew up watching as kids, I think just called X-Men. That one. Like mostly Canadian voice actors.
Okay.
This one is like an all-Canadian production company.
Okay.
But I also found out that the production company that made this did not make, but worked on, or like made with another company, the Legend of the Three Caballeros.
Oh, well, what a difference in show.
Yeah, but it also just might mean like Josh's kids love this production company.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind. Like the animation is very like kid's birthday party decoration.
It's a little
really bold outlines, no details.
Okay, here's the thing that was getting me about this, and here's why I was getting very frustrated. This animation is a lot like Archer. Like even some of the background characters.
Yeah, it's kind of the cutout. Yeah.
There's like the old lady that he's helping across the street or helping with their groceries or something. I'm like, oh, she's an Archer character.
Sure.
And I kept waiting because Spider-Man, like you said, he's kind of an unreliable narrator anyway. But like I kept waiting for there to be jokes, and they kept not happening.
There are not jokes.
Like there's a scene in one of them, like he starts by sliding into frame and he knocks over like satellite an antenna, a satellite dish off the top of a building, and then he like sticks it back on with web, and I'm like waiting for this to be hilarious, and it isn't. And then at the end, you see him slide back into frame again, but this time he's learned from his mistake and he doesn't knock over the satellite dish. Not. And then it's just over.
Yeah,
it's like we need a button. You need to go out on something,
right?
Besides, well, guess nothing happened.
The first episode had that. It was like, oh, you smell like peach today. Well, that's a feature.
Yeah.
Like there was a running gag in that episode, and it was nice. And then it ended with like, oh, and Iron Man showed me how to upgrade my web slingers. Yeah. They smell like chocolate. It's a feature, but it was like the third time that joke had occurred. That was kind of funny.
I still think if Spider-Man had then left the rooftop and then the satellite dish just fell on its own, I would have laughed out loud.
In the chocolate episode?
In the satellite dish episode.
Okay. I was going to say that would have been very weird in an episode that it didn't appear in.
Oh, I want some chocolate.
No, but I understand that it falling down makes it look like Spider-Man did not learn from his mistakes.
Well, he stuck it to the thing with two webs.
Well.
Also, Spider-Man's webs suck in this.
Yeah, they are constantly falling apart. They're really easy to just break apart with your fingers.
This show did get a laugh out of me, I don't think intentionally, when he shoots a web at Ultron, and it just kind of sticks to him.
And then it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
It's
just
useless.
Like he's a robot and he's got a little bit of web on his chest.
And then he like wipes it off.
I enjoyed that. Just like blip.
And
got you,
done.
Ultron.
No. So yeah, this is, I mean, it's like baby's first Marvel heroes, I guess, in that they're like super approachable in terms of their visual design. They don't really do a lot. You kind of get a basic, like, Spider-Man slings webs. Thor has a hammer.
Lizzo turns into a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Dick, what would you pair this with?
Victory Golden Monkey, which I'm drinking right now. It's
delicious.
It's a 9.5% beer. Pair it with like 3 of these.
What does it smell like?
It smells like beer.
That's a feature.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, what would you pair this with, Kate Phillips?
I mean, I wanted to be able to pair it with Muppet Babies, but that's not what's going on here.
I mean, it's closer in form, but not in function to Mater's Tall Tales.
Mm-hmm. But like Mater's funny, and this wasn't. I didn't care about this.
Yeah.
I guess maybe an alternative, like instead, you should watch. Oh, I just had one, then I lost it. Oh, like Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like
that show's great.
Those are kid versions of superheroes, and kind of random. But it's way funnier.
Yeah.
And I feel like even the little kids might like it. I don't know. It's attention span. I don't have a problem with these.
You should watch.
These are fine.
You should watch the one season of Baby Blues that was made.
Oh.
It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Cellmates Podcast. First we are on Twitter and Facebook as Cellmates Podcast. At gmail.com, regular.com, hashtag 30 days of plus, PLUS.
I'm Kate Phillips.
That is my name.
I'm Kate
that
Phillips.
I tried to get you to say 4 different times in the opening of this episode.
I'm Kate Phillips.
Well, you're making up for it now. I'm not Dick Ward, but he's here.
All right, I'm Dick Ward.
Kate Phillips.
Bye.
Bye. Plus. To give attribution.
Welcome to Cellmates Podcast, 30 Days of Plus.
Plus.
A month-long.
Oh, if this is, I'm out.